Welcome to the ninth episode of The Hard Count. I'm Michael Emami and I recently had the opportunity to speak with York High School's newly turned running back Ty Bartholomew. Bartholomew stands at 6'0", 187 pounds, and is a former quarterback now turned running back. He plays many roles for the York Dukes, and they include the linebacker position and punter in addition to his running back duties. Bartholomew has quick feet and is elusive and can prove to be a decent utility weapon in any offense. His former quarterback duties give him an edge as his ability to throw the ball can diversify the plays in an offensive scheme and can really challenge a defense. Bartholomew also has a strong backstory as well as showing his true character and perseverance as a football player, and we talk a little bit about that and how his work on the farm is beneficial to his training regimen. All right, everyone, here is Ty Bartholomew. Enjoy. So what colleges are you looking at and what camps have you done?
Right now, kind of just looking at some kind of closer to Nebraska. Been looking Shadron, State, Morningside, Missouri Western, and then Bemidji State up in Minnesota. And then also for camps, all the really camps I've been looking at have been canceled. So, but I'm heading to Missouri Western on the 26th actually for a little showcase down there, and then a college showcase up in Omaha. So that are a couple colleges coaches are attending. So yeah.
Awesome. So you come from a very small town in Nebraska. Tell me a
Yep.
little bit about your school and your coach.
Well, my school only has about 450 people in it. And so, like in my senior class, there's only 120 of us. So very, very small. But my coach, his name is Glenn Snodgrass. He came in, I can't remember the exact year that he came to York, but before that, the tradition here and like the culture was just not where it is like today. Um, and then once Coach Snodgrass came in, the culture and the tradition entirely flipped. Um, we had players going everywhere to play college. We had the best culture probably in the state, and it's just been a great time ever since he's been here. So
Awesome. So tell me a little about, so there's an article written on you by the York News Times, and it
yep,
kind of goes into detail about how you were a former quarterback and then you kind of got
yep,
hurt, and now you're making that transition from quarterback to running back, and you kind of had a scare there. And I just wanted
yes,
to
sir.
talk about briefly about your kind of goals going into next year, because I think this is an important
Yeah,
question because you're going to be a senior, and we don't kind of know what's going to happen with this global pandemic and
yeah.
everything going on. So what are you kind of looking at to achieve as kind of like a running back? I know you can do multiple positions, but what are you kind of looking to achieve as that being your primary position?
Well, my biggest kind of goal is just to like help my offense as like much as possible with the running game. Um, I guess I've really never sat down and tried to like set like a goal for myself yet on like how many yards I want to like achieve like during like the season and everything like that. But I'm really hoping to be one of like the leading running backs and like rushing yards or like receiving yards at the end of the season. But those are my like couple of goals right now that I want to like for sure accomplish by the end of the season.
Right. And so you say here in the article, you say, I just want to be a big impact. I want to help the running game for my team. You didn't get too much into your statistics there. And I think that kind of talks about how kind of a bit of a selfless person you are because you talked more about your team than you did about
Hmm.
yourself. But
Yeah.
the one kind of a question I wanted to ask you here, and this is kind of something for fun. Do you think you'll be running some Wildcats next year?
Yeah. Last year when I played quarterback at the beginning of the season before I got injured, we have a package called Hoosier, which is a four back formation, and so I ran a lot of wildcat like out of that and everything, and I guess that's mainly what our offense was last year was like the running of the QB or just like a running offense or something like that.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. And so when you talk about kind of having that last year's experience, how have you kind of developed through the years within your high school program?
well, freshman year I was 5'5", probably 160ish pounds, so I was a little shrimp out there on the field. And probably midway through July, I started getting like pretty sick, and then went into the doctor and found out I had mono. And so I had to sit out my whole entire freshman season and couldn't get anything done. So, um, but sophomore and junior year, I started gaining some height and weight and everything and muscle, and that has really developed me to where I am today. And like the coaches have like been there for me like the whole entire way and have helped me to where I am today and everything. And I honestly couldn't thank them enough for that. But yeah.
Right, right. Very nice, very nice. And so I noticed that you play kind of a variety of positions, and we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but you're a running back, linebacker, former quarterback, and a punter.
Yep.
So you're, what does your kind of training regimen look like with all that going on?
Well, I kind of space out like my workouts like throughout the week and everything. I do some football training and speed and agility in a place in Lincoln, Midwestern Sports Performance. They have a lot of great trainers down there that help me with my speed. Um, my knees, like, they are not the best. And this guy that I work out with, he goes by the name of Ben Samani. He has helped me so much. I'm like probably in the best shape that I've probably ever been in my life right now. All thanks to this guy, and of course, like my coaches here and everything have helped me with that too. So,
Right, right.
but then for like workouts and everything, like running back is a bunch of like just cone work and going over plays and that, and then defense for linebacker. Our coach's son actually plays for Nebraska. He's Garrett Snodgrass,
Oh,
and
really? Yeah, yeah.
yep, he comes back and he helps us a lot, like in drills and everything like that, like on the weekends. Um, but punting, just sometimes in the summer, we work with Bill LaFleur. So he's helped me a lot with like timing of like the drop and everything like that, and getting like my feet position right so I can have like a higher arcing on the ball or something like that. So it's just kind of spaced out through like the week that I work on all my stuff. So
Very nice, very nice. And so, I noticed that you kind of, you talk a little bit about this in the article, but you're kind of, you're a farmer, right? Your family of farmers,
yeah,
right? So
yep,
I understand, like, coming from Missouri. I mean, we have a lot of farmers over here, and I know understand the work is very physically demanding.
yes.
Do you kind of take that into account for some of your building muscle as well? Kind of just all the physically demanding work you do on the farm.
Yeah. We do lots of stuff like with like cattle and everything like that, and I would say like I guess holding up like equipment and everything and laying pipe has honestly been more of like an endurance workout than what I actually do
Right, right.
for like football and everything, or like running to like the feed lot trying to chase down like a cow or something to bring her into the barn. But I guess that's helped me so much that um I don't think I'd probably be and like have the endurance that I do right now if I honestly didn't work on the farm. So
Right, right. And so, you kind of have a lot of elusive speed and a lot of power as well. And so, obviously, we kind of talked a little bit about, what you're kind of looking to accomplish in your final year. But the thing that I wanted to kind of touch up on as well is, do you have any role models in your household or in pro or college sports?
yeah, my dad is definitely probably my biggest role model. He played football at the University of Nebraska Kearney, and so I kind of just go after like what he does, and he helps me a lot with like my eating habits and everything, and like my training, and so I probably wouldn't be, I guess, in the shape that I am today, or like the weight or muscle form that I am today without him, because he's pushed me to be like the best person that I can be and like the man that I am today. So,
Awesome, awesome. And so, one kind of thing here I wanted to touch up on as well is, when you're a small town kid from Nebraska, a lot of the mentioning around there is that the big dream is to play for the Cornhuskers. So what do you is that kind of a dream of yours where you see yourself in the next 2, 3, or 4 years to kind of be playing for a big school like that, or do you kind of looking to go kind of small? Would you say?
um, well, if I got the opportunity to go somewhere big, I'd probably take it, but I'm honestly happy. I would be happy to play for like any college that would offer me, honestly. Like after I like looked at them or took like a unofficial visit or something, like a game or something like that. But it's always been a dream of mine to go play for the University of Nebraska. Known a lot of people who have played there personally. Um, I've been to a lot of camps there. Got to know Coach Frost pretty well. But yeah, if I got the chance, I would definitely take it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, because the University of Nebraska, they've had some kind of down years, but some of the changes they've made, they're moving in the right direction. So they could be a really, really
Uh
good
huh.
program in the next 2, 3, or 4 years. So you have that opportunity. That'd be amazing for you. What do you think about that? Are you excited about these opportunities being kind of coming around?
Yeah, I like the opportunities a lot. Honestly, all the new coaches that have been coming to the university, um, they've done really well with the players that are there right now. I've seen all of like the new like workout style and like the meal plan and everything, which is like the type of stuff that like I love. So, but there's a bunch of other colleges too that I like I'm a big like Oklahoma fan, so
Right.
I see like a bunch of like other stuff they're doing and like all the commits that they're getting and everything like that. So I guess yeah, that's kind of like what I want to do in like the future with that. But
Awesome, awesome. All right, Ty, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
of course, yeah, thank you very
Awesome.
much.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. That was Ty Bartholomew out of York High School in Nebraska. If you'd like to contact him, his Twitter handle is at Ty12_Bart. And I'll post his huddle link and coach below if you want to check that out. If you want to contact me, my Twitter handle is at Emami Michael. My show's Facebook page is at The Hard Count with Michael Emami. In case your parents want to check that out as well, my YouTube channel is The Hard Count with Michael Emami. It would mean a ton if you guys subscribed. We've got some more exciting showcases coming up as well, so it'd be fun if you subscribe to check those out. Special thanks to Ty for coming on. He was exceptionally well spoken and a very humble person, very humble kid. One that I think any program would love to have. All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?